real quick. I just want to let y'all know, I just dropped my first project. It's called Timepiece, and so I'm gonna run through, give y'all a preview of what that looked like. Then after the show, y'all can go get that on Bandcamp, SoundCloud, YouTube. Not streaming yet, but appreciate it. No, not yet, not yet, no. So yeah, I'm finna start with this acapella joint. I don't have a beat for this song, so I'm gonna need y'all to help. Take a page out of Karma book. Just go like this real quick, just snap for me. 3, 4, 3, 4, snap. 2, 3, 4. 1. See the glass out, throw the stone cast out. Get a sleuth on the case with a bloodhound, sniffing out the last known seller of the bloodline. Legit wolf cross shot by a best-selling trilogy. Past life, teller to the birthright. Now the guillotine slamming on the class war victim. Turn the capstone scholar after last call. Sit local spirits out the brain hall lobby till he's ragdolled. Absent swirl, let the wax burn down. Half-clad, drunk, worn, passed down fabrics. Blacked out, staggered it off the path homebound. Tarted better by the mile, so it's back to the labyrinth. Sat down, gathered with the Azog left. Half-life catalyst, the rest stays stagnant. Pitchfork branch with a vagrant, hitch and let a horse-drawn carriage with a limp leg maverick. Getting blind spot covered up, foresight absent, foresight resident, born tight cast out of makeshift crib. Only 4 months old, but I left you scorned. I settled for the asphalt and burrowed through the salt mine underneath the flatland surface of the fault line. Had it by a landslide, sobbing by the Lone Star, thirst from my home state. Said he sounded tone deaf, inundated stone foundation for the past. Little widows made a pact, and every glass pane sand blast by the flash flood. The blacksmith shuddered to a stained glass portrait. Buckshot bullet out the wood grain musket. Flow sick, rented as a piss stained mattress. Skip trace, pillage at the footprints match. Timepiece dated as a Gilded Age relic. Out a thrift shot, traded for some middle-aged weapons and a wristwatch. Rarer than a Sasquatch sighting. Icarus wings, got a matchbox lighter and a Bible offhand. Now I keep these niggas skeptical. He filtered up the Babylon. Shattered out a skeleton, went and played a role on the Guardian, the Hellscape. For the record, it's a doomsday prepper in the bunker on the shoulder by a lighthouse keeper in the slumber dealing light for a night down, sleeping while death rate peeking out a white gown, seeking out the flashlight readers for the graveyard ship off the radar blip. I went batshit crazy, goddamn it. I ebb and I flow, I fall and I trip, my ego, my head, don't Freudian slip it. I poison my liver, I pour and I sip, and I sat in my living room mourning my gift. I unearthed this corpse, covered in grief, on hardwood floor into a course I seat. I pivot, I creep through the corridor, an unorganized criminal. What could I need? I chain smoked everything else within reach, on quarter by the horseman. Oh man, could I sink? God. Y'all was snapping fast on that one. I was trying to keep up with y'all. Golly. Alright, we can get in that next one right quick. My soul, I lay my head and I decompose. I paid my dues, I did my dirt. Fix on front of my shirt, but I needed that coupe with that SRT. That's cargo with that Mars Capone, that's too scared, I'm far short. Left them skate with that loose secure. Out of that corridor, fit in that parking spot. I flip both sides of that voice, and I think of these floorboards letting that carcass rot. Kick drum beating like a telltale heart, but I still got Aries corpus right. Scheming, I plot my orchestrating, I still don't fit in that archetype. With a muckrake harvest and organs, nigga, I reason I suffer that market price. I take an arm and a leg to that magic cart, and I straighten these iron sights, and I strike my target. We made an earth out of back of this garbage shrimp, so I did get parted, but I need cash for the rest of these body parts. The cardboard box and the starboard shot of the dog of the cargo port. I read the Blu-rays off, it's the Marlboro man on the bar, get the call on sharp on back of this drawing board with a sordid grin and the price on the spinal cord. Left in a flatbed truck with a junkyard pit and a smile on the crying court. I made out like a bandit, we were on the bank. Niggas feet off the bottom, and I foot out the snake. We lit out the snake, y'all reach out the product, try to suck my blood. No, I'm right up the corridor. And I step up the plate, and I lead off the fat, and I restart the product, skim off the top, sip out the shower, sip out. We made a page, you can read all about it. The forecaster caught it, firing the faded, and who's on the ballot. Fucking let an auction begin. About a telephone bag and a varsity jacket, a Kevlar vest and a card for the matches. Wave farewell of the car city jack. Parachute broken, his bars didn't yak it. The same old marks, his plot that he practiced the hard and check what he charged in the cannon. Rocks in his mouth, made it hard, but the gun is still sitting there, sparking up cars in the gym because it's sharp in the water. Dog on a rise, but I'm more than a custom. Lord with his thumbs and he tore from the coupling. Sword through the lust, put gold all over each door I custom. That song is called Ill Pipe. That's some shit I was experimenting on. That kind of song ain't really my style, but I was just trying to have fun with it. We finna get into the next shit. What's the next song we got? Dream Girl. This some shit I dropped back in November. I ain't gonna say too much, we just finna get into it. Let's go. Panina be with me, but she just roll her eyes and curl my weed. And she don't empathize with early birds, and she don't emphasize the words to me. Told me, baby, you's a piece of work, and she's a piece of art. She Mona Lisa. Smile for me while I paint the picture. The moment passes on me, I can freeze. I don't wanna be the one you love. I feel it lately, I don't know the reason. This can feel like something overseas. Shortly we'll be seeing other people. I don't see the point of saving days. Saving one, I'm saving private rhyme. I'm saving up to buy this private island. Y'all should stick around and see the sequel. Met you at the church across the street. Consequently brought you to the steeple. Pay my ties and argued through the world. You came fake and left in disbelief. Swear these vibes speak like deja vu. And suddenly I'm lying underneath you. Reach and touch your soul from deep within. Structures make you sing and leave you speechless. Familiar with the words I know you feature. The words I spoke were simply too facetious. Ginger, honey, echinacea. Sweet like sugar, honey, iced tea. I just needed something for the leisure. She loved me now to switch from make-believe. Plucking petals, jaunty alouette. And tearing out my hair like alopecia. That's a song about being in an arrangement that you uncomfortable with. That shit is no fun. I gotta figure that shit out and get out of it. Move on. Bigger, better, brighter things. But yeah, anyway, I was simping in that song, and I'm not gonna do any more of that for the rest of the set. So we finna get into this next bitch. This joint called Apricot. My recent memory of fog, I'm Blair Witch without the log cabin. I'd leave them in the bloodbath, know the story, sort of Lovecraft. Niggas said you was my dog, but judging off the lab report, you had some more in common with these kittens and these Labradors. Mark the territory, lay the soil down accordingly. Attaboy, now walk them off the field like Marcus Lattimore. I'm peeking off the leaderboard, go pick another category. They jarring at the laughing stock, prodding on the matador. I got bulls to fight and scores to settle with these Capricorns. Spar the accusation, brought a racket for the back and forth. Slight miscalculation off the leap of faith. I'm caught between these nuns and non-believers. Couldn't fathom what could matter more. Reputation, repertoire, a fat salary. She Cleopatra, her back fat and her cat calico. I relocate off of the mat. He stepped that away. You spot him with a shovel, headed back into the catacombs. roads. Last time I spazzed, barely made it off of cable news. Played a Super 8 and made a statement off of pay-per-view. Traded in my paper cut. I can't spend a dime until my sister's in that Cadillac and my grandma's in a Saber-tooth. This is shit I labor for. Sore thumb of the neighborhood. Beaten path to navigate. Safe without the camouflage and some are prone to fabricate. Me, I'd rather suffocate. I used to hate the savagery, but now I niggas salivate. I dream of the debauchery. Seeing the oversaturated. Bleed from open-lidded hammered keys and broken overtures. Tell my chiropractor to excuse my higher aspirations. Hardly made a scratch. I left without a laceration. Flee like Cletus Cassidy. Bob and Weave and Cassius Clay. Greed for lack of better words. Ill pot to the pedagogue. Year of the castle seas of flea bags and the castaways. I'm yielding this caduceus. Repulsed by all this decadence. I'm chummy with depression. Greed the desecration with a 40 and a rack of ribs. Sipping something sacrilegious. Swinging for the fences wasn't half as satisfactory. Phonetics turned to acrobatics. Read between the acronyms or leave it as a last resort. The secrets in the blasphemy. Brought it back from Camelot. Stoic like the anchor drop. Me below the torture chamber. Hostage with a necropod. Crawling like a maggot on these half-rotten apricots. That song was the opposite of the last song. That's the song when you like feeling yourself and you feel like the shit. I encourage everybody to get in their bag like that every once in a while. Especially during Black History Month, during this month.
It's a fact that I live with.
Yeah, this song.
It's a fact that I live with. 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 It's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact.
I know I'd rather try to keep shit to myself just out of courtesy than sit and let it fest until I read it on the burdensome. My mother stressed because I haven't been to church in months, so shit, I guess a little worship couldn't hurt. My last visit reminiscent of a murder scene, and for the result I see I feel solely responsible. Erasing an image of myself from recent memories, so now I apologize that we can't silly reconcile. And I'll admit I ain't exactly keeping sacrosanct. I'm more to fear that it's too late for me to rectify. Becoming clear I misdirected my dependency. Now that my impurity is real enough to recognize, so I run it back and check it for discrepancies. Under microscopic lens I tend to scrutinize. I'm fortified enough to keep myself impeccable, but her expression was enough to leave me petrified. Now every ounce I'm lashing out a retractable sabotage without levity by repeating these sentences, and I sift through the sand trying to find a resemblance. Slipped through my hand as it tried to assimilate. Sank to my knees trying to gather the remnants. The cord in the set, it probably struck as effeminate in the end. They just made a more formidable enemy. Acknowledge everything that just occurred inadvertently and allow the vibration to ricochet through my vertebrae. Try to find a purpose and amuse the protagonist, and then you retrace and find yourself as the protege. And if you're not the one, then you're surely the prototype. I see you in a dream accompanied by a poltergeist. To further notice I'm remaining primordial, so sadly for the moment you were not a priority. Couldn't find a way to justify the conformity. I kept everything around me for the sake of formality. I couldn't hold the heroes on the so-called remedial. In the pockets every hatred and my methods medieval. Made of weapons formed against me, failed to follow up. Caught up in a bonded in debate between the lesser evils. A vessel that was knowledge in his fatherhood, born into benevolence but never ever blessed with obedience. But before my inner fire incinerate to a rage, and my last ounce of desire disintegrate to disgrace, and I feel like I'm some kind of degenerate with these drugs. I know hearing that line only generated disgust, cause now we're breaching on topics that we have yet to discuss. And I was tripping, now I'm pissed, so I clipped it off with a cuss. Try to move, it wouldn't budge, cause I'm gripping onto a grudge, and I'm projecting on my head on the one that offered the help. I could never know peace till I found knowledge of self, and through the loophole thought you would find a route to escape. Every day you wake up, feel like a mountain to scale, now every razor blade bent, every belt locked in a safe. At his very first breath, every step walked in a straight line, drank out the faucet and scraped off with the pavement. Eventually you matured and looked me in the face and realized you let everything you was worth go to waste. Don't let that happen. Thank you, yo. That's the song. That song is dedicated to my mother. Make some noise if anybody in here love their mama. Y'all love your mamas? Make some noise. We finna just keep shit moving. This next joint is called Sleepwalker. I dream often, I recon and wreak havoc. So leap cautiously, speak soft, I quit smoking. I keep coughing, I can't cope, careen off. In deep thought, I need closure, lean over. I jump off it, rekindle, reach deeper. Release conflict, recount, see clearly. The known pattern, you're no prophet, a born sinner. I know better. It don't matter, I'm dumbfounded. I'm done for, but I've done worse, I'm bombarded. I tried options, they don't work. The jump start, the slow crawl, the cold turkey, the research, the hotline, phone clerk, I'm stonewalled. Mugwort, when my lungs hurt, I'm cold shouldered. You hold grudges, you burn bridges off top. Slow herbs, rehearse written's proverbs. My own urge was hate-driven, crate digger, grave digger, body snatcher is the same difference. The hate simmer, paint thinner, the hate costed. Either take part or you take pictures. Shapeshifter, kid want beef, then it's steak dinner. Sideline, point shaver, game skinner, linebacker, pump fake them. Game winner, take cover. These faint glimmers of my reflection under the moonlight, traced out the crest in its lake water. Snake venom, remedies from a witch doctor off the case study. Offered a trade with a son robber, full body Cabernet for the drunk and the most pious. Unbeknownst, low confidence left Peter with soaked garments. Made a ball and chain harder to kick than a coke habit, while the blood of Christ harbor and sit in this old cabinet. A known advocate, prone to catapult, off a protocol, out the habitat. I'm nomadic, seen from out these localities. I was boxed in, but now I roam happily, roam merrily, romanticize. I grow weary, I seem careless, I trust no one. I feel hollow, and I've seen demons, and they still follow.
I've seen demons, they still follow. I've seen demons in the head.
Yeah, that's that joint. Shit crazy, yo. I wrote and recorded most of these songs when I was in a much different state. And I can't even lie to y'all right now. It feel very interesting being up here and performing this like that, because I don't feel like this no more, you know? I'm glad to report to y'all I'm in a much better state of mind than how I was when I wrote most of these joints. But that being said, it feels great to get this off my chest, but I'm not gonna leave y'all in this low space, so we're gonna end harmoniously, we're gonna end on a high level. And this is a song I co-produced with my cohort Steven, who's helped put this event together. And this song is really important to me. So we're gonna end with this joint called Nightcap. I pray you reap what you sow, and I hope you find what you see. I hope you reach all your goals, and I hope you climb your peak. I know that each one is own, a peace of mind at the least. I made the most of my time, don't be surprised when the sun rises, I'm asleep. The moon up and I'm burning, the wind down by the ash. The prince crown, I'm nocturnal. Quick glance in the Bible before I lose my discernment. Quill dip in the ink and I turn the scythe to a sermon. Hop out that fiery furnace. I sin with a purpose. If it don't fit in the chronicle, then it's not my concern. If I'm being brutally honest, you're more akin with the vermin. I spoke in fluent Ebonics before they opened the crucible. Quote for the article, but the rest wasn't suitable. 2.5 for the desk job wouldn't fit in the cubicle. I'm more than a decimal, lost track of the numerals. Tall glass of the minerals, all black at your funeral. Raw passion at minimum, all passive removed. All avenues lucrative, all black women beautiful. B-roll for the visual, caught lacking as usual. Quit acting a pussy, they all laughing at you. Self-hated the root of it all, I don't know who to believe. Mama said the truth was in the prophet that Judah deceived. By the judicial review, they knew the conglomerate. God bless the apostles and Godspeed to the opposites. Reap what you sow, find what you seek. I hope you reach all your goals, and I hope you climb to your peak. I know that each one is owned, a peace of mind at the least. I made the most of my time, don't be surprised when